I'm Pashupati Gopalan. I'm Chairman and CEO of Sun Edison. But today I'm here in the capacity of being the Chairman for Indian Chamber of Commerce, Tamil Nadu chapter. We are inaugurating our chapter today. Indian Chamber of Commerce வந்து மகாத்மா காந்தி ஆரம்பிச்சது 1925ல வந்து G D Birla industrialist அவர் ரிக்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணார் இந்தியன் இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ் கம்பெனிஸ்லாம் பிரிட்டிஷ் டைமில் வந்து சேர்ந்து ஒன்றா வளரணுங்கிறதுனால he's created this association in 1925 with the help of Mr G D Birla. So we are the oldest industry association. FICCI, CIA எல்லாரையும் கம்பேர் பண்ணால் நாங்கள் தான் ஓல்டஸ்ட்டு. ஃபிக்கியோட ஃபாதர்னு கூட சொல்லலாம். நாங்கள் தான் வந்து we were one of the people that created FICCI as well. தமிழ்நாடுல வந்து நாங்கள் இன்னைக்கு சாப்டர் ஆரம்பிக்கிறதுக்கு காரணம் வந்து நிறைய இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் issues are there where we want to both represent as an industry, also try and see how to be helpful for Tamil Nadu government in policy making. நம்ம வந்து renewable energy இப்போ நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சோலார் எனர்ஜி வந்து எல்லாத்தோட cheapest form of electricity ஆயிடுது. எல்லா பில்டிங் எல்லா வீட்டுக்குள்ளேயும் நம்ம சோலார் எனர்ஜி போடலாம். அதெல்லாம் ரிசர்ச் பண்ணி கவர்மெண்ட்டை காமிச்சு என்ன பெனிஃபிட் வரும் ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு அதெல்லாம் பண்ணுறது வந்து that is the type of policy work that we would like to do. Hydrogen is one example. We are already collaborating with the state to help the state understand what is the potential for hydrogen. Hydrogen is like new oil. ஹைட்ரஜனால சோலரும் வளரும். சோலரை யூஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம தண்ணியை வந்து பிரேக் பண்ணோன்னா வாட்டரை பிரேக் பண்ணோன்னா எலக்ட்ரோலைஸ் பண்ணோன்னா அதுலேருந்து ஹைட்ரஜன் வரும் அண்ட் ஹைட்ரஜன் கேன் ஆக்ட் as a fuel. இது மாதிரி நிறைய நியூ டெவலப்மெண்ட் வந்து நடந்துட்டு இருக்கிறதுக்கு காரணம் வந்து the whole world is trying to address climate change, which is the biggest issue facing humanity, facing our planet today, and we want as ICC to play a role in important areas like climate change and help the state better understand what is the state of the art solutions available and how the state can participate, and also bring the industry to be more active in solving the specific issues and problems that the state has. Thank you very much, and we're very, very happy to announce the inauguration of Indian Chamber of Commerce in Tamil Nadu, an association which was started with the guidance and advice of Mahatma Gandhi ji in 1925. Thank you very much. Tamil Nadu government is one of the most progressive governments in India. எங்களோட இனாகுரேஷனுக்கு வந்து கிருஷ்ணன் சார் வந்திருக்கார், who is the additional chief secretary for industries. He's been a leader who's been guiding us in this inauguration. We are very looking forward to working with the state. Indiaலே வந்து Tamil Nadu is the second largest state in terms of GDP. We are very, very happy to be here. I also happen to be a Tamilian, and my company Sun Edison, which is a global company, is headquartered in Tamil Nadu for renewable energy. In renewable energy and climate change, I think Tamil Nadu is one of the most progressive states, but I was using renewable energy only as an example. Hopefully there are many other subjects that we can work with the state on, pharmaceuticals, on fisheries, many other. We can take companies in the state and help them reach out to Africa, Asia, Europe, Americas, and also bring American, European companies into the state of Tamil Nadu. Because we do a lot of events in a year. In 365 days, we do nearly 250 events. You know, on a given day, there can be events happening in New York, where Tamil Nadu businessmen can be talking to American businesses in Europe, in London, in Chennai, and in some other city, maybe in Seoul and Korea. So we are very internationally focused to bring trade to Tamil Nadu and also help Tamil Nadu businesses grow to other parts of the world. Similarly, we are here to listen to the Tamil Nadu government, help them solve specific issues. As I gave an example of climate change, which is the biggest issue affecting humanity, we would love to collaborate and make this a very important activity that we can support the state with. Thank you very much.
I am Pradeep Sureka. I am the president of Indian Chamber of Commerce, and I'm very happy to be here today in Chennai, inaugurating. We are launching our council, the Tamil Nadu Council. You just heard our chairperson, Mr. Pashupati Gopalan, and it's a pleasure to be in your state, in your city. So the objective, Indian Chamber of Commerce is the oldest chamber, started by Mahatma Gandhi on his request. It was started in 1925, and we are very, very happy. We are very strong. We have offices in Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Ranchi, Patna, Bhubaneswar, Guwahati, and we are of course headquartered in Kolkata. We are present in all the northeast states, and we are very happy that we are now expanding our wings into the south of India, which is so important. And Tamil Nadu being probably one of the most industrial friendly states in our country, it is so important to participate in the activities here in collaboration with the government and industry. We have a lot of foreign investments into Tamil Nadu. It is considered the Detroit of India. You have Koreans, Japanese. You have the second largest auto, Hyundai, operating out of here. So it is really very important for Indian Chamber to be present in Chennai. I'm so happy that all of you all are here and supporting the cause and furthering the cause of Indian Chamber in the southern part of the country. Thank you. Thank you.
I think a very important element of the reason for that growth and something that makes Tamil Nadu today an attractive destination for investors from across the world, from amongst the Koreans, when we speak to Korean companies, when we speak to other companies, is the fact that the government actually went out of its way to make sure that businesses and industries could continue to operate through the period of the worst stages of the lockdown and worst stages of when we were attempting to combat the pandemic. Factories continued to operate throughout that period, almost every major factory. Special arrangements were made to ensure that workers could travel. In every key aspect of the economy continued to function even through very trying times, and that was fundamentally through special efforts that the government made to ensure this. And I think that is something which a lot of industry today recognizes as a core strength of what governments can do to help industry in a state like Tamil Nadu. And that brings me to the next point, that as a state, we are aiming to be a competitive destination. And we learn about competitiveness from everybody. To give you one example, the Deputy High Commissioner of Bangladesh is here. A homegrown company from Tirupur in Tamil Nadu, which is in the garment business, in the textile and garment business, started out in a small way in Tirupur, then established bases in Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, where they continue to run a very large operation. Then they seek to come back to invest again in Tamil Nadu and expand operations, and we welcome them. And then there were many lessons that they did tell us about how we could enhance our competitiveness based on what they saw for themselves in Bangladesh. So lessons regarding competitiveness are to be learned from across the world, from across economies, from across approaches that different countries and different regulators take, and that is something that we are always open to learn.
Participated before in ICC events, so my congratulations to him. You have someone very active and very going up everywhere to greet us and to have events in Delhi. All members of the Indian Chamber of Commerce, and I want to thank you for bringing me here and giving me this space in this special occasion of the inaugural function of ICC Tamil Nadu State Office. I think this is great that you're expanding, that you are setting up your office in Tamil Nadu, so I wish you the best. My regards to the Honorable Minister later on. And to all my colleagues from the Diplomatic Corps, honorary consuls, thank you for being here. My honorary consul, Mr. Arif Varisiali, and I want to take this opportunity to remark on the special relationship that has flourished and deepened between India and Colombia, and how First, let me take some words that Mr. Gopalan mentioned, your Agandian organization. We very much have a strong feelings for Gandhiji. We hope for peace and non-violence, not only in Colombia, but for the rest of the world. And second, for sustainability. Colombia is in the heart of the Americas. 1/3 of the country is in the Amazon. We are blessed of having both the Caribbean and the Pacific Ocean, the Andes across Colombia, and we're the second most biodiverse country in the world. And we have very ambitious goals for 2050. We want to be a net zero country for 2050 and reduce by 2030 by 55% our gas emissions. Our matrix on alternative energy has changed dramatically just in the last 3 years. We went from almost 0% to almost 9% in just a course of 3 years. So there's a whole world of opportunities for you that are in alternative development areas to invest in Colombia and to look for new ways. India and Colombia have had friendly and very cordial bilateral relations since 1959. Both nations enjoy a growing and friendly bilateral relationship based on shared democratic values and significant objectives and coincidence both at the bilateral and multilateral arenas. India is the largest democracy in the world. We're the longest and oldest democracy in Latin America. We just had election. And the 7th of August, for the first time ever, a left-wing president, a former member of a guerrilla movement in Colombia, took office. So, and this was done in a very democratic and peaceful, which shows not only the strong institutions, but strong institutionality of Colombia.